Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. Got one of my worst scores for a while yesterday. I think for a couple of months that was my worst score. Let's see if we can do better today. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have Harry Truman here. Dewey defeats Truman. Chicago Tribune. So it put us in Chicago probably. Maybe. Dewey defeats Truman. What's this? GOP sweep indicates in state. Boyle leads. Who is Dewey? Not heard that name. From what I remember, Truman became the president at the end of World War II. Was like 45, yeah. And when did he serve to? I assume he served 2 terms, did he? So he would have, but the election with 44 was probably delayed because of World War II. Did he then run in 48? Yeah, 48 he would have run. So could it be that year? Did he? But who was this? A primary? You got beat in a primary, maybe? Why would he be so happy about it? He seems rather happy about the fact that he's been beaten. Maybe, I don't know. 48 seems reasonable. Don't think this would be after World War, like immediately after the war. Record City vote seen in late tallies. Just checking the newspaper to see if I can see a date on it, but it doesn't really look like it. We'll go 48 then. Now, obviously it's a Chicago newspaper, so it's probably about the only clue I've got. I would have given Truman. I don't know where Truman was actually from, though. Well, we'll go Chicago then. It's either going to be there or DC, possibly, but because I think he would be the president at this time. So we'll go Chicago. Just center of Chicago is fine. Let's go for that. Hopefully 48's right. It is 48. It's not in Chicago though. Where is he? Harry S. Truman holding up the headlines Dewey defeats Truman, a mistaken announcement printed by the Tribune, which expected Truman to lose so strongly that they ran the error before the results were finalized. Well, that was a mistake. So where is he? This is Kansas. No, it's not Kansas City. It's St. Louis. Is it right? University City? Yeah, St. Louis. Okay. Interesting. Is he from there? I'm not sure. Suppose that is the bottom of Illinois. So it is in Illinois, pretty much. Just on the border of Illinois. Makes sense. Okay, we have some old school Nintendo 64 here. Brings me back to my childhood. I had an N64 when I was young. Used to love the Ocarina of Time was my favorite game when I was younger, for sure. Never played Super Smash Brothers. I was never a big Smash Brothers fan. So this would be the late 90s. When did the N64 come out? How old was I when I got one? I don't know if I got one as soon as it came out. I think I might have waited a bit for it to go down in price. This kind of haircut seems very 90s. I think one of my brothers had hair like this at the time. I never had this haircut, but I remember a lot of people had this kind of haircut in the 90s. So it would be 98 maybe? How old would I have been? 14 at the time? Yeah, about then. I think that's about right. Yeah, we'll go 98. Now, where is this? Obviously, Nintendo's the same all over the world. It just says Nintendo everywhere. It's a conference hall, obviously. Is it English, though? Rallen. Was that Rallen Halls? Could be English. It could be a person's name. But it also could be like German or something. do these people look American? Not necessarily. It's hard to say that, really. I don't know how popular this haircut was in America. I know it was popular in England, so it makes me think it was quite popular in Europe as well. So this could be Germany. Rather than, it could be Dutch as well, but they have a lot of game shows in Germany, so that could make sense. Like, obviously you have your big game show in California, and then I think there is a big one in Germany. Whether it's been going this long, I don't know, but possible. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for where in Germany? Berlin, probably. No idea of the exact location, but I think that'll be reasonable. Let's go for it, because I don't think there's any other clues there. It's 99 and it was in Berlin. Wow. Okay, 2 children playing the newly released Super Smash Bros. At Video Games Convention in Berlin. Is this still the same convention that they still have there now? I know there is a big one in Germany. I don't know what it's called though. I don't really pay much attention to it these days. Yeah, 99. I don't know whether Super Smash Bros. Came out when the N64 came out. It might not have. I don't think it was an original release game, because the original release game was just Mario 64, I think. Okay. Oh, we have a football game. Den Haag. Sounds Dutch. Back here. Do we have a team name? Is this red in the middle and white on the sides? Is that Ajax? I don't know. Possibly. Don't see any team names other than think that is the Ajax uniform, possibly. I don't really know anything about Dutch football other than the team Ajax, and Feyenoord is one, isn't it? Something like that. It could be. We have had a Dutch football round in Holland before. It was in Rotterdam. So is it possible? I think that is where one of the big teams plays, so we could go there again. Say Feyenoord. Isn't that the team? Is there a stadium here? Let's have a look. I think we'll just go in that same stadium we've done before. Is that it? Yeah, we'll go up here probably. Is this? Yeah, Feyenoord. We'll go there. I don't know. It seems right. It's definitely Dutch. I'm not sure. I don't even know where Ajax play, to be honest, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Now, what year is this? The football, they don't ever use this kind of colour, just the black and white classic football anymore. I think that was used in the 80s. Probably came out of fashion in the later 80s. This kind of works for the 80s. Can I see the crowd? Not really. Slightly smaller shorts, slightly wide, does say 80s to me. So maybe like the early 80s, maybe an 82 or something like that. Let's go for that. Oh, it's the right stadium, and it's 1980. So it was Feyenoord. So a goal being scored between the 1980 KNVB Cup final between Feyenoord and Ajax. I say. So which one is Feyenoord? I don't know. Is this Ajax? Feyenoord won 3-1. Okay. Okay, this is Bangkok. 100%. Just can tell. Taxis fit. Tuk-tuk. Perfect for it. This is the SkyTrain, so we're under the SkyTrain, and I guarantee we're going to see some Thai writing. Yeah, which we do here. Okay, so where it's pretty impossible to pinpoint it exactly, but just somewhere in the center, and we can probably just hopefully find a SkyTrain, then go under it. Really, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I think I've looked around for the SkyTrain before, and it's not very well marked on the map. It's somewhere along. I'm sure there is one along here somewhere. It's not quite easy to pick them out, unfortunately. There are. I think the stations are marked. They should be marked. That's got to be a SkyTrain station, is it? No, doesn't seem like it. Well, we'll just go in central. It's not near Khaosan Road. I wouldn't have thought. Don't think the SkyTrain actually runs there. I might go near it. We'll go here. Now, what year? Let's have a look at this. 15th year, Leconte de Hoffman, no idea. Doesn't see if there's any easy clues here. Edu First Language School. It's an English language school. It's going to be guessing off cars, I'm more than likely. So, what year are we looking at with these cars? That's older. Let's look for the most modern. Now, this Mitsubishi seems reasonably modern for the time. So does this Hyundai. So these cars are what? Mid-2000s cars? Possibly. Some of these are a bit earlier, a bit early 2000s. This one particularly. Is that a Toyota? No, it's not. It's a Honda. Honda Accord, possibly. What do they use? Toyota Camrys, I believe, for the taxis will more than likely be. This looks like around that era for a Camry. Do we see any phones? That will help us if we see anyone on a phone. This guy could be on a phone, but it's hard to say. It could be a flip phone, which would make sense for the age of the cars. Don't see any phone advertisements or nothing advertising phones so much, so I think these days you'd probably see quite a few phone advertisements up there. Yeah, I think we'll go mid to late 2000s. Like a 2008 possibly. Yeah, we'll go for 2008. It's 2007 and it was in Bangkok. It was pretty obvious that, so it's over here. Okay. I should check where the SkyTrain. Yeah, there's the obvious SkyTrain. When you find it, it's easy. It's just a big city and hard to spot. So traffic jammed on a street in Bangkok. Okay, next round. Okay, we have a large bell with a big chunk on the floor. Don't recognize this. The buildings look quite Russian. The vehicles also look pretty Russian. This building style seems very much Russia, so Moscow more than likely. This is probably a famous statue of some sort that I don't know, or is it actually a real bell that got broken? I don't know if it's just a monument or something. Yeah, I think we'll just go in Moscow. I don't think the architecture doesn't look ornate enough to be St. Petersburg. I think it's more likely to be Moscow. Just somewhere in the center. Now, what year would this be? Let's have a look at her fashion. 60s, 70s hair. She looks like she's probably a model, so it's hard to say. Quite high fashion clothes. It's not easy to pick that kind of stuff out. Slightly flared trousers, but it's not really a true flare. It's more of just a wide trouser. So let's look at these vehicles. Slightly sharper edges to them. Early 70s possibly, just a hedge, just in case it is in the 60s. I think that could be a bit of a flare, so let's go at 72 here. 73, and it was Moscow, yes. Okay, a model posing while standing inside the Tsar Bell, the largest in the world. Shortly after being cast, a fire broke out near the Kremlin. In an effort to save the bell, people poured cold water on it, causing an 11.5 ton chunk to fall off. Wow. Not heard that story before. It's an interesting one. They were very silly to pour water on it if it was red hot, though. Okay. Final score. Good score today, 48,461. I think we mostly lost the points on that Truman round, the first round. Okay, let's have a look at the breakdown. So first round, perfect year. So it had to be an election year, really. But unfortunately, the wrong end of Illinois. And not really in Illinois, really. It was more in Kansas, is this? Yes. Oh, no, Missouri, sorry. And then next round, 1 year off. Good guess for Germany there. It looked a bit German, that text in the background. So, and I know they have those game shows. And easy Holland, really. Good year guess. It wasn't too difficult to work that one out. Easy Bangkok with a reasonable guess as well. And last one, Moscow. Pretty clear Russia. Just lucky to be in Moscow. It would have been in St. Petersburg. It could have been anywhere in Russia, really. But you're going to have to guess in Moscow for that kind of round. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard. See if anyone's beat that. A few low scores today. Relander 43,055, Wacker 42, Yevguts 42. Everyone's low. 40 for Duda, Klogo 33, Figberg 33, Panda 32. I'm guessing it's probably which round would have caused the most trouble there. Possibly the game show one. You could have thought it was America, or the Truman one obviously lost a lot of points because I think it was very difficult there. I think the rest were fairly obvious on locations. Okay, let me know in the comments, see where you lost the points. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.